I would not act like a victim if I post something online and I get hate. Simple lah, don't click the post button. No one is forcing you to post it. You all need to chip in for her therapy session.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Men Explain. We still have Cayydences with us here today. Do people always call you that or they call you by your real name?
They call me cadence. You know that's an actual word, right?
Yes!
The speed of a song or something, the cadence.
Yeah, and people say that when they're cycling also.
Really?
So we're going to address something that I feel you're very appropriate for here today.
Oh, shit.
Because it is about relationships still, but it's about keeping your relationships private or very public. You have mentioned before that you want to keep your relationship very private.
Yeah.
But to some extent, you also like put it out there.
Yes, I think it's a balance.
It's a balance.
Knowing how much to share.
Yeah.
And when to share and what to share.
Yeah.
I feel on social media nowadays, not just about relationships, like in real life too, people be posting about everything. My theory or logic is this, okay? If I don't want your opinion on it, I'm not gonna share it. Because the moment I put something online, I'm opening it up to the public's opinion.
Yeah, conversation.
Correct. Even for things that I post online, I have to ask myself, am I ready for opinions to be thrown at me?
That's a good point, actually.
So if I don't want an opinion about it, then I don't post it. If you're gonna post something online, I'm really prepared for hate. I'm fucking prepared for hate. I would not act like a victim if I post something online and I get hate.
I will deal with it like a champ.
You know? You want to hate on me? Go ahead. Because have I been a hater before? Maybe, perhaps.
I'm sure you have.
When I was 14, I was a hater. So if I'm not ready for that hate, I don't put that shit online. Simple lah, don't click the post button. No one is forcing you to post it.
The interesting thing is because you can be like really unhinged in your content, right? So I think people are expecting you to be that unhinged person when it comes to like, I don't know, relationship stuff or like your maybe people are expecting that. In that sense, what are certain things about your relationship that you absolutely will never share about?
Dirty laundry.
Okay.
Fights. I don't even post about my
that's a good
fights online.
Yeah.
Like my fights with my friends online.
Yeah.
Because the truth is everyone fights.
Yeah.
With our parents, with our friends, even with my dog. The most that I would post online about problems is when there is an overarching theme. For example, I will not say, this friend of mine is always late. I would say that I hate it when people are late.
Right. These are like points of discussion to just let people know you're not alone on it. Because it is relatable and it is all drawn from our own personal experiences.
Yes.
It may seem like only people in a public space, like, you know, you're doing your job or doing my job, may worry about this whole like, should I keep my relationship public or private?
That's not true.
I feel that now because so many people, majority, 99% of people are super active on social media. And I feel that that also trickles into normal people's lives who are not in the media industry, who also struggle with this, should I be public or private about it? And sometimes the partners don't agree. Like one person wants to be very public and one person wants to be very quiet about it.
Okay.
So when does that become an issue? Because I've got a couple of stories from my friends in my mind right now.
What you mean.
She has always been very proud of this guy.
Like
she's been
she wants to like
she like
show him
thinks
off.
that he's hot, you know, like he's cool. And we noticed that he doesn't really have much of a social media platform, but he does use like a fake account to kind of view our stories and look at other people's things and all that. And you know, sometimes he will follow like random girls' accounts with this fake account.
Like a Instagram.
Yes! Yeah. She started to ask us, do you think this is a bit of a red flag? Because he doesn't post about her at all. Yeah. He doesn't like call her his girlfriend outside. So we started to feel like maybe it's a bit sus. And she, on the other hand, with us, she's always bringing him into our friend group, you know, like showing him off, taking photos. So we're like, wow, something is not right at this point. Turns out he ended up being
gay.
No, he's not. Unfortunately, he was messing about with other girls. So in that sense, if a person is too private on socials, maybe a bit sus. I don't know if you agree with this.
No. I don't. I get where you're coming from, but I feel it might be a case of, you know, what's confounding factor.
In what way?
Someone's a cheater,
yeah,
and he's a man, but he also wears red hat. He also likes to wear spectacles.
Okay.
So then you think that all men who wear spectacles are cheaters.
Oh, okay. So you associate.
Yeah, but it's just that maybe cheaters just cheat.
Okay.
So a cheater can cheat in every single form.
Right.
He might post his girlfriend online a lot. He might not. But because in this situation, you think that is the driving force of it, but it's not. Because he could have posted her online too. If she really forced him, and he still would have cheated.
So it may not change the fact that he would have cheated.
From the start he got into the relationship, that cheater was already in him. It just happened that he doesn't like to post online. So maybe like if let's say my boyfriend cheated on her and he likes to eat bak chor mee, then in my head I'm like, oh, all men who eat bak chor mee are cheaters. But that's not the case. It just so happens that he's a cheater and he likes bak chor mee.
Yeah.
Because there are men who are loyal, who are very private too.
True. But when does it become kind of like dangerous? Because I've got another story. This is also a close friend of mine. She's never really open about her relationship. And I think it was more of just a choice to be like private about it, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Initially, she was like, yeah, okay, I got a boyfriend, everything. But I don't know whether it's a subconscious thing. She got so used to not really sharing much about this guy. And then when we started going out, and maybe some guys will like hit on us or hit on her, she may start to get tempted to be like, oh, actually, I'm not seeing anybody right now. And initially, it was for fun. And they're like, yeah, we're just talking and flirting. It's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
But one day, it did go somewhere.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, it is a situation that is still in that zone right now.
Do you guys call her out for it?
We do. I feel that she knows what she wants to do.
Like she wants to get rid of her old relationship.
I think so.
Okay.
But she's not really verbalizing or being truthful about it. A secret relationship has become so secret that it's non-existent.
I truly believe that you are who you surround yourself with. So if that's not a behavior that I would
Associate with.
I would not have a friend like that, because if it's something that I don't want to happen to myself, I don't want to encourage it in someone else too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if she wants to pursue someone else, then do it break
Cleanly.
off cleanly first, and then do it with someone else. Not while the other person is still around. Yeah.
It's so tough though, because as we try to navigate this, I also acknowledge that she's very torn and she's going through this in her head. And I know that eventually when things implode, she may need someone to rely on or confide in to. But it's caused so much problems in the friend group that most of us are not really even that close with her at this point.
You all need to chip in for her therapy session.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Here's
Christmas.
a therapy session.
No, she really needs one. It becomes very tiring as her friend to be the one doing it. Especially now that you are going to start your own family, you have your own career and everything. It's not your responsibility.
Right.
And honestly, as friends, we are there to support, but we're not there to
solve your problems.
Solve the problems.
Entirely.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that.
The question that I like to ask is, for people that like to post their partners a lot, do you feel that you have to post your partner a lot because you need to or because you want to?
Actually, I just post whenever I want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
it's not because I need to. Although because of the position that we're in, because I didn't post him for a very long time, people were like, did you guys break up?
That's the thing though.
Did you break up? Oh my god, what happened? Are you single?
If you're actually enjoying the company,
You're not actually taking photos.
Yeah, you're not touching the phone. You
Exactly.
my phone usage actually went to shit because it decreased so much when I'm spending time with someone that I enjoy being around with. Honestly speaking, right, how we view relationships is largely based on cultural expectations too. Maybe in the 60s, it's you gotta get something for your partner. But now in our day and age, a lot of it's influenced by TikTok. When you scroll to TikTok, you see my man just got me a Cartier ring.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So in your head, you're like, this is the norm now, because the more
this
you
is
scroll
what a good relationship should look like.
Correct. So you expect your partner to do that, but you cannot just label someone a bad partner based on your own ideals of it.
As a result, we seek a lot of validation from there, and it's very difficult to draw the line. I did look back at some of my relationships. The way that I went about sharing content about my exes is very different from how I share content with my current partner now. It almost felt like back then I just had to share because we're together, and he's probably expecting me to share a picture of him or something to announce that we're together. But in my current relationship, he never once even said, hey, when are you gonna post a picture of us?
Yeah.
I don't know if your partner was ever having that conversation with you.
For me, I didn't officially ever announce that I was with him.
Yeah.
It just happened naturally. Because honestly, who gives a fuck? I'm with someone now. No one cares.
And your partner doesn't seem like the kind of person who would pressure you into oh, you're not.
Oh, actually, he don't give a fuck about it.
He doesn't.
One thing I can say about my partner is that he taught me how to be more secure. Because he himself is a very secure person. I mean, psychologically, when you're with someone secure, you can either become secure or they will become anxious.
Yeah, so hopefully you're a reflection of the more positive traits.
I took it upon my own self to learn how to be more secure. I can understand why some people feel the need to post, because I used to be incredibly anxious.
Yeah.
And I can also understand from a more secure standpoint why some people do not want to post. Yeah.
Do you think that we're more willing to post about the people that we feel more confident about? Because I feel at the back of my mind, I could be feeling that way. And maybe I didn't feel 100% with some of my exes.
Remember what I said about if you don't want opinions on something, don't post it?
Yeah.
So maybe at some core level, you knew that the moment you post it, you would get some opinions that you didn't want to hear.
Oh, maybe. Well,
Yeah.
I feel like you're my therapist now, actually. One of my most recent exes prior to this relationship, right? A lot of people told me like, hey, he's like bad news, you know, he's this, he's that. But I'm the kind of person that's like, I'll find out for myself.
As you should.
I
agree.
I'll find out for myself.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I'm gonna experience it for myself. So that's what I did. I experimented and, you know, eventually posted about him on social media. Some people who didn't know that we were dating were like, OMG, like you guys are together. Like, what? Like, I know, I think he had a bit of not so good reputation. Suddenly you see like, oh, quite a lot of people sharing. It's either they're sharing like, oh my god, she's attached, or oh my god,
this is
she's
someone
attached. Like,
with this person. Yeah.
it's always either one of those. So when you see all these really sweet videos online of like couples and everything, do you sometimes secretly judge?
Sometimes
you can be
yes.
honest. Yeah.
Sometimes I do. I really do. That moment that they shared
Yeah.
would honestly be a private moment for me. It's not. It's a personal thing. I don't think it's cringe or anything, but I'm just saying that like if that moment happened for me,
You would have kept it.
private between me. Our first kiss, that kind, I will not share it.
Yeah.
Because it's very private.
Yeah.
And I want to keep this moment between both of us because I think it's important for the relationship. When I do see some cute videos, usually it's like of very elderly couples.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. In my head, I would just tell myself like, that's sweet. I want it one day. Yeah. So that's the energy that I give myself.
So then we talk about seeing the ideal happy couples online, right? What if you have to break up with someone and announce it? Would you announce it?
Okay, here this is very controversial. If you are an online couple content creator, all of a sudden you break up, you cannot fault your audience for asking.
Or being like busybodies.
Yeah, because when the relationship was going good, you were profiting off it. You were making money off it, you're making views off it, you were going on talk shows about it, and all of a sudden the relationship ends. I'm not saying that you cannot take time to process. I'm saying that you cannot blame your audience because your audience is the one that gave you the platform to make money off your relationship. So you cannot blame your audience all of a sudden and be like, stop asking me all these questions.
Yeah. They've been very invested.
They would think that they are part of your relationship.
I sometimes feel that because of the pressure that they give themselves being couple
Perfect.
content creators, right? The people that seem the happiest online and constantly post are the most
Overcompensating.
unhappy.
They're
And
overcompensating.
yes,
When I'm incredibly happy with someone,
Yeah.
my phone is not near me.
I know what you mean. I'm exactly the same too.
Yes. I do not know where the line comes in, boundary comes in for couple content creators. Because if you were to be having a very intimate moment, what if only one of you wants it to be shared and the other one doesn't? One of my very close friends, they are a content creator online and they're a
Okay.
couple. And they are the sweetest people ever. And I can say for sure that their relationship online is the same as in real life.
But that's nice.
Yeah, shout out to Shereen and EC.
Aw.
They are very sweet online and we see them as our parents. Yeah,
Aw.
so they are able to do it because they are both very mature. So I think it takes two very, very mature people to be able to be online couple content creators and make it work.
And survive.
And survive, yeah.
Yeah. When it comes down to social media, I feel that it's an extension of us. It shouldn't be like completely different. It should just be, here's a peek into my life and this is real. Before we wrap it up, right, I think also reflection on my part is that trying to maintain a balance between like not oversharing but also sharing the right things is something that I for sure have learned
Yeah.
over the years. When I first, shared about my own relationship and all that, people were very invested. I really don't know why. Maybe because he's in a different industry.
Yeah.
And then people start like digging, trying to find out who he is and all that. I also felt bad to a certain extent because he didn't sign up for this shit.
Yes, he did.
He did not ask to be like, his entire resume being pulled up or like his old pictures from previous relationships being pulled up. I felt bad for that. You have to give credit when credit's due because he dealt with it in a very mature manner. And he was like, okay, I can handle it. I don't care what these people
Because
think.
he loves you.
Yeah. And I figured that, oh my god, that's something that I have to learn also as a person in the media industry because we get so absorbed with what people think of us sometimes and we get so worried about the public perception of us that we're like, oh, maybe I should appear to be perfect so that people have nothing to say.
You know what I tell myself every time I think people care? I look at myself in the room and then I see all the people around me. Do they give a shit what I just posted? No. Do y'all give a shit? Do y'all give a shit? Shaking your head, right? No one cares.
They're all being at a knife point right now. They're like,
even if
I
they,
care.
even if they did care or give a thought to it, it was just a 2-second thought.
Yes. So it's just like, I always think, don't worry so much about people thinking too much because they'll forget tomorrow.
Yeah, and all of us judge. I judge too. You judge too. So like, it's very human. Just like, you know what? It's human nature. Move on. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us here today.
Thank you.
And for unpacking this. Here's to more apps hopefully in the future. It'll be really fun. Thank you so much for being here as well and for watching Men Explain. We really enjoyed having you here. Leave a comment. Ask. I know you're. I'm just gonna hold this right here, right now. Okay. He's wiped out like our entire stock of candy at this point. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, comment. See you at the next one. Thank you.
Are you Aries? No, you're Capricorn.
No, I'm Capricorn. Yeah. What are you?
Aries.
Oh, Aries.
Capricorn's Earth.
Earth
Okay,
sign,
okay, yeah.
Earth sign. But to some extent, my rising is Gemini, so maybe I'm a bit more
Like floaty.
yeah, like a bit like, okay, I figure it out myself.
No, you feel very fire energy.
I'll experiment,
Yeah, yeah.